The Metropolitan Police Act was passed in 1829 and established the Metropolitan Police of London, which is widely considered the first modern police force. But there are earlier versions of police services and police forces. One of those was the Bow Street Runners. This is Henry Fielding. If you're an English major, you may recognize Fielding as the author of the comic novel The History of Tom Jones, a Foundling. Despite being published in 1749, Tom Jones remains an influential novel. But as you've probably guessed, that's not why we're talking about Henry Fielding. Fielding also served as London's chief magistrate, where, with his half-brother John Fielding, founded the Bow Street Runners. Prior to the creation of the Bow Street Runners, law enforcement would have been limited to unofficial services like the thief takers, who were private individuals who would unofficially police the streets and capture criminals in exchange for rewards. The thief taker system was not successful, largely due to a lot of corruption, mostly because the thief takers themselves would be likely to engage in high levels of criminal activity. This corrupt system is what Henry Fielding replaced with the Bow Street Runners. Originally, the runners included 6 paid constables who received training and served full-time. The primary function of the Bow Street Runners was to serve writs and arrest criminals on the authority of the magistrate. They did not do routine patrol. The term Bow Street Runners comes from the location of the court on Bow Street, and the term runners refers to the chasing of criminals. The constables themselves did not appreciate the term runners. They would have thought it derogatory, but that's what people called them, so the name stuck. The Bow Street Runners operated even after the establishment of the Metropolitan Police of London, but would disband in 1839. While modern-day policing owes a lot to the Metropolitan Police of London, let's not forget this first professional police service, the Bow Street Runners.